Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
I like the ambiance out here. There's a quiet in the air. So pleasant compared to that screaming from below. Yes, you heard right. Screaming in the crypts below. Listen, I have somewhere to be. Don't think I'll see you there, but perhaps later.
Please, no more. I can't take any more. I'm long dead, stranger. But I suffer torment unending thanks to my husband, Narayaneth. The Daedra gripped their wretched claws on his soul, turned him wicked, turned him against me. All that you see was the result. My husband, the twisted creature he became, cursed me, broke my soul into 3 pieces and sealed them in phylacteries. If the phylacteries were broken, I would rest, but they are guarded by vile beasts. I have long dreamed of kind words and a way out, but I think this task is beyond you, my friend. The first phylactery is up ahead, watched by impossible creatures. You cannot defeat them. No one can. In time long past, this was the Agia Rel, where I taught the trade of adventuring. My husband, Narayaneth, has broken it, made it a crypt of hearts, where my spirit and the spirit of my students will suffer for as long as his magic lasts.
end this, Narayanth. Please!
I'm free! I thank you. I wasn't expecting you would be so capable. You've ended FlamingGnats' torture and freed a fragment of my soul. Are you willing to do more? My soul remains bound, and the Daedra are torturing others. 2 fragments of my soul remain imprisoned. Free them, and I would finally be able to move on. FlamingGnats' cries have echoed through this chamber for years. The silence now is almost deafening. There's no defending what he's done, to me or the others in the school. But I failed to save him from himself. Given the chance, I would try again. He made a pact. A Daedric pact. Narayanth was proficient with magic, but he could never do all this on his own. I could have stopped him before he completed it. I should have. I have found that where there is misery and torment, the Daedra are not far behind. Yes, my husband appealed to the Daedra for power. He got it. Everything you've seen, he used Daedric spells to create. He was a fellow instructor here at the Agia Rel, teaching the discipline of destruction magic. Losing him was a tragedy to me and to the magical community. I hope he rests in peace. He thought the 2 of us were having an affair. He was wrong, of course, but his accusation cut deep just the same. Almost as deep as the torture he inflicted on our souls for years. To this day, I'm not sure why he believes it, except to say that the Daedra must have whispered it in his ear. Another fragment of my soul lies to the south. It's heavily guarded, so be wary. I would not fault you for turning back. It only gets tougher from here.
Alanway, do you have a moment? I was hoping to speak to you about a new lesson plan, but I think I may have a more pressing issue.
I wanted to speak to you as well. What's this I hear about you teaching advanced destruction? I want the students able to defend themselves in the backwoods of Tamriel, but I don't want them learning how to fight a war or burning the school down.
And yet, you hired a war wizard. Can this conversation wait? Your husband...
Narayanth, what is it?
He thinks you and I are having an affair.
An affair? With you?
Why is that humorous?
No reason in particular.
The buoyant homages.
You've done enough, Narayaneth. Stay your blade. Why must he continue to suffer, Narayaneth? Stop! You have my thanks, friend. Rulanir didn't deserve that. No one does. He was the school's blade master, a fellow instructor. Rulanir was an old friend, and my husband knew that whatever pain he inflicted on Rulanir, I would regret. Your determination gives me hope. I resigned myself to the pain a long time ago. You'll find the last fragment through the gate in the southeast. A powerful lich guards the last fragment, plucked out of history and summoned by my husband. He's ravaging the soul of one of my students. I would die again to help that student, but I can't. Please, save him if you can.
Allenway, I don't think your husband enjoys my company.
They say that when someone professes another's dislike for them, they really mean the opposite.
He hisses at me when I walk past.
Stop it.
It's true. I don't know what you see in him. You realize in the grand scheme of your marriage, he's the one who wins.
I will take that as a compliment, Rulanir. But look around. Look what he helped me to build. The Agia Rel and its students are more beautiful than I ever dreamed. How can you doubt his character?
That is not a reason to love someone.
He was my husband before we built the school, Rulanir. And it's not like you haven't gained from his work. Being our Blade Master is the first steady job you've held since the Fighters Guild kicked you out.
I'll be back on the roads of Tamriel soon enough. And maybe you'll come to your senses and adventure with me again.
Keep dreaming, Rulanir. This school is the world to me now. Stop! You've done enough! Leave things alone!
Your soul as well.
I am ever grateful. Thank you for freeing me. For freeing Feindor. Our tormentors washed him in fire during the day, and he slept only to face the same all over again. I hope that he can rest easy now. A student of mine. I was fond of him. He was the opposite. He was the unruly son of a noble Altmer family, and he resented me and everyone here. But he had an instinctual magical spark that the Mages Guild lacked the patience to stoke. He became the greatest mage the Aegir Rel ever produced. Better than my husband, said the Altmeri diplomats who visited during Feindor's graduation. The day Feindor was to leave, my husband solidified his Daedric pact. And you know Feindor's fate. I did not dare to hope you would make it this far, but your abilities have been astonishing. The pieces of my soul are free, though my husband left 2 Daedric minions, Elambris Aethor and Elambris Zavan, to prevent the shards from reuniting. The Daedra maintain spells that will keep the shards from ever merging, my soul from reforming. My husband meant for my pain to be the likes of torture and oblivion. How better to ensure that than to bring denizens of oblivion to me? Yes, if you are willing to face them. Defeating those Daedra will dispel their magic and allow my soul to reform. They ruminate on new tortures in a chamber to the south of here. I never hoped that I would ever be free, but I thank you for unbinding this fragment of my soul. You've helped Feindor too, and that brings me a sense of peace that I'm unable to express.
So you're the one who's been undoing our work. We will feed you to the Master's mace.
you feel that? The others are returning!
I don't know where you found your new friends, Allenway, but they don't seem to fear death. It's admirable.
They can speak to that better than I, but they've bested my husband's minions. We owe them everything.
Indeed. By the Empyrean light.
You've done the impossible. I've seen those Daedric fiends flay the souls of my friends with but a word. Your power must be immense, dwarfed only by your generosity. The shards have merged and my soul is whole once more. Give you my gratitude. The Daedra drove Narayaneth to do this, I know it. I would leave this plane, but I cannot, knowing Narayaneth is still out there. He may return, and on that day, I will do everything I can to free him from Daedric influence. You have freed not only my soul, but the souls of all the students caught in my husband's attack. Your actions right a wrong that was long overdue. My husband and I met as adventurers. We founded this school to teach practical sorcery and use of arms as survival skills. The world can be a dangerous place, and we wanted to give our students the means to tame it, like we did, had I known. Had I known what my husband would ultimately become, and what he would do to this school and his students, I would never have built it. In a way, I gave the Daedra all those lives, years of torment out of something that should have been wonderful. There were a great many, but they've all been freed now. The ones you saw, Feindor, Rulinir, Ankanath, myself, we were the ones he most despised. The others were trapped within the walls to bear witness.
It's easier to form coherent thoughts when I'm not being stabbed. It's been a long couple of years. I owe you a debt, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us. For Allenway.
The others have been singing your praises, but with a little more time, I would have gathered the magicka to free myself. In another decade or so, it's hard to concentrate when you're on fire.
Narayaneth took everything from me, and I won't rest until I take something back.
I like the ambiance.
Here.
No matter what's going on in the rest of Rivenspire, we still have a job to do out here. And that's just what we're going to do.
Hey there. You the one Queen Maria bought passage for to Sentinel? All right. I'm just glad you didn't bring along a chest full of luggage. We got to row out to the posset in this little dinghy here. Real glamorous, eh? As long as you don't mind rowing. Captain Mark already let me do all the rowing on the way in. Such a gentleman. Yeah, I wouldn't expect any rowing from him. We're ready whenever you are. Just say the word and we'll push off. Well, the captain's convinced we still haven't shaken that string of bad luck that started back in Stormhaven. That's a load of dung, though. We got a new crew and a new ship, the Dawn Posset. What more does he want? Beats the oblivion out of me. I don't know. He came into a pretty good-sized pile of coin not long after we saw you in Wayrest. Bought all kinds of cargo with it. Legitimate cargo. Things he's hoping to sell at other ports. We haven't sold anything yet, though. Then let's get the Oblivion out of here. Come on, Captain. It's your turn to row. All right, you lubbers. Time to cast off. Well, we're here all right, but I'm not sure I'm going to be getting off the boat. In fact, I say we just put right back out to sea. Oh, you bet your arse there is. Queen Maria's messenger said she had heard rumors, and I guess they were true. Or something. Go talk to Captain Mark. He actually walked a little ways down the dock. Better he tells you about it himself.
Zombies. Hordes of all the ports in Tamriel. Why this one? I sailed all the way across the Iliac Bay, and I need a glass of grog. I've shared a drink with some unsavory characters, but I draw the line at zombies. I think I'll stay off the docks for now. You can't smell their soggy, rotting flesh? Just walk down the causeway there. You'll see them. Damned army of them. Question is, why aren't the Sentinel guards doing anything? Nah, I've seen a few of the bootless louts skulking around, behind crates and such. Someone needs to go grab one of the guards and ask what in Oblivion's going on here. You up for it? As if this day hadn't gone to Oblivion already. You feel the need to remind me of all my debt? Yes, I still owe Sarashi. The Dawn Posset is a quality ship. It'll take time to pay her off. Of course, lost the ship at the Koglin Lighthouse, and the crew moved on. I'm lucky Elvira stuck around. We bought the Dawn Posset in Wayrest and took on a new crew. Good people. We're due for a streak of luck after this. How do you think I make a living? I buy there, sell here. It's what I do. All legitimate, of course. Picked up a load of timber in Wayrest. It'll sell for a pile of coin here. It better.
I have the ship's security well in hand. You'd do best to deal with the dead on these docks.
It's like Betnik all over again, isn't it?
Like Karzog's demise. At least this time they aren't eating our souls.
No dead man is taking our boat. No dead man is getting near Lambour either. You deal with those docks. We'll deal with things here.
I'll protect the ship and Captain Mark. None of these dead men are getting past me. Get out there and deal with it. Do what you do best.
Waka's breath. Too many. I can't take it. You might want to get back on your boat, seafarer. The dead are crawling from the sea and they have overtaken the docks. There is nothing to be done. We just have to pray to Tuwaka that they wander away. Zombies? Oh, such a crude term. These Ranetu are the remains of sailors who shipwrecked off the coast. We respect our dead here in the Alakir Desert. Even those who died at sea are honored ancestors. We do not fight them. We would be cursed. No. You are an outsider. These are not your ancestors. And as such, there is no dishonor in striking them down. No curse. Oh, but the fact that the dead have risen at all, it is terrible. We have strict laws. This should not happen here. I do not know. And I fear we have only made the situation worse. We thought we could contain them. We built barricades and tried to herd them away, but it was to no avail. Now I fear we are in even greater danger. My fellow guards will not strike the Ranetu either. Jesmin, Pirjin, and Emidal. I fear for their lives. Please find them and send them away. Then meet at the warehouse. The Dark Master hides there, and he may know the cause of all this.
More was mercy. What have I done? I was just trying to defend myself, and now I have committed the greatest dishonor and brought a curse down upon my family. This Ranetu caught me. He was trying to bite me, to eat me. I tried to fend him off, but he jerked, and his head ran against my blade. It wasn't my fault. What am I going to do now? But what about stopping this Ranetu from getting into the city? What about the other guards? I cannot simply abandon them, can I?
Nice hole.
Don't worry. I'll make sure no dead men make off with this unattended cargo.
Please, no! Go away! They're going to find me! I don't want to die! No, none of us are. The Ra-Nitu are going to kill us all. It is not fair. I am too young to die. I just want to run away.
Great Ruptka, if this be not your will, send me a sign. Wait. Who are you? What are you doing here? Blood and honor. I have always had faith, but never have I... You are here to fight the Ra-Nitu? Praise Ruptka. I was prepared to dishonor myself, but he sent you. I will go then. Gods be with you, my friend. Is the way clear?
With you, Swint!
Finally, someone who's not afraid to do the dirty work. Someone to clean up my docks. I watched you from the window until I heard those necromancers downstairs. But I thought Mujad was coming here too. Did you see him? Damn. The poor bastard. I told them. I told the guards that they were going to have to fight back. It is one thing to be superstitious. But when the Ra-Nitu are attacking the city, it's time to put the superstitions aside. No, we're not all so hung up on our beliefs. Can't ignore the tradition, though. Not unless we want fruit thrown at us, or worse. Regardless, right now, I'm just glad Taba's winds guided you here. Someone to get the Ra-Nitu off the damn docks. I do. I overheard the necromancers. Their leader is calling the dead from the sea with some kind of dark ritual. If you can disrupt the ritual, the dead should... well, they should drop dead. Or at least stop crawling out of the water. That I do not know. I heard them mention the warehouse at the west end of the docks. Maybe the ritual is there. Wherever it is, you have to stop it. Then tell Captain Saphira. Tava be with you.
Can never have enough of that.
a gift to serve me!
The raw nets have returned to the sea. The docks will soon smell of dead fish again instead of dead people. And you, right off the boat, and you slay the necromancer? Surely Tuwaka sent you to deliver us from this difficult situation. I am too. It has been many years since the plague of necromancy visited our shores. Though I am relieved the docks are clear, the events of this day are extremely disturbing. I wonder if you know how completely we are in your debt. Alakir warriors fear no evil, but they will not fight the undead. It may be a superstition, but it has been tradition for centuries. I could not have convinced my guards to break it today. I'm afraid not. There was just no easy solution. Perhaps to call everyone inside the castle and lock the doors? King Faharajad would not have liked that. Of course, the king will be extremely disturbed to hear what has befallen her regardless. I did not want to send word to the king until I was certain necromancy was involved. Now, though, he should be informed right away. I must stay here and oversee the cleanup. You are the one who turned the tide here. Will you inform the king as well? Thank you, Seafarer. It is better if I remain here to supervise as best I can, but I know the king would want to be informed of what has befallen us as soon as possible. The dead are sacred. It is what the people of Alakir have always believed and always will. Just as we respect our elders, so do we respect our ancestors. It would be dishonorable to strike them, and might even cause one to be cursed. Most people here deem them to be sacred law, not superstition. Even King Faharajad must respect our customs. If he were to ask his people to disrespect their ancestors, his rule would swiftly come to an end. These dark arts are not practiced by our people, but yes, we have experienced the plague of necromancy in the past. Fighting these plagues has always required great sacrifice. Those who have fought the dead have been dishonored, cast out. Most people here deem them to be sacred law, not superstition.
Tuwaka's breath. How could we have left so many bodies beneath the waves for this long? Had we cared for our honored dead properly and buried them, none of this would have happened.
The dry skins both sink, and suddenly I am everyone's friend.
Fish aren't biting. I'm afraid they might never bite again.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to my eatery. Are you feeling hungry? Me? I'm always hungry. My arson is, look at those meats. Prime cuts. Just a little, dry. Wait, no. This one is wet.
I'm leaving. I can never fish here again. This has ruined it.
My stock is probably ruined. Yes. Spoiled from the sun and... well, I hate to speak ill of Ranetu. Blessings upon them. But they did some minor damage as well. I had more reagents on a boat in the harbor, but it sunk. I will need far more than luck, but I thank you all the same.
That woman is incredible. She saved my life. Dead man popped up behind me, out of the water. I didn't see it. He would have ripped my throat out if Lambour hadn't speared him, lifted him right up and tossed him back in the sea. Luck's got nothing to do with it. I'm alive because I've got Malakath's daughter at my back. Now I owe her another dinner.
You did it. You always do. You have my thanks. Secure the Dawn Posset. Protect her captain. Sentinel is not a place to leave your ship unattended, especially after the docks have been attacked. This is my ship. My crew. I won't let anything happen to them.
Fobbing cheats. I just let a full cargo hold of timber go for half its value. I don't like the way these Red Guards negotiate. I'll never get square with Sarashi at this rate.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
It hurts.
Now is the time. The dead have returned to the sea, yes? Ildani's moment is slipping away quickly. Moment for a good opportunity. Are you interested in a good opportunity? The kind that would help fatten Ildani's purse. Yours too. This one sailed into Sentinel docks before the dead. Guards don't stop the dead, but they stopped Ildani. Locked this one in chains. Where there are wants, Ildani provides, but the Sentinel guards don't approve. They seized this one's wares. Ildani is free now, but needs her wares back. With all the chaos on the docks, now is the best moment to strike. You will help, yes? Guards are holding Ildani's wares in the customs house, on the hill overlooking the docks. If you help Ildani recover them, it will be worth your time. The Bandari take good care of their friends. Laws in Alekir are so strict. So many things are banned, but should not be. The Bandari specialize in wares like this. No cause to complain, though. Can be very profitable for us if you help. No problem. You've heard of skooma, yes? Makes people happy and harmless as long as it's made properly. The Bandari sell only the best skooma. Probably. That's why the guards have taken it. For themselves. Ha 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 ha! Ildani knows well how to slip out of metal bracelets. Among the Bandari, the Khajiits learned this before they learned to lace their boots. Bandari are very special tribe of Khajiit. We lost our homeland many generations ago, so now we travel, not just in elsewhere, but all over Tamriel. We sell exotic goods you cannot find anywhere else. Ildani brings Bandari wares to Sentinel.
After what happened here, I cannot see myself setting foot in the sea ever again.
I've been here for hours. If I'd known that Aelith were on the contraband goods list, I'd never have brought them here.
I've entirely too many manifests to go over. I almost wish more boats had sunk. It would save me the paperwork.
I am afraid to go home and face my family. How do I tell them that I have caused us all to be cursed? This is all so unfair.
According to Section 16 of the Sentinel Docks Trade Regulations, this is a restricted area. If you remain here for an extended period of time, I'll be required to place you under arrest. It is, and we're on high alert right now. A Bandari smuggler named Ildani escaped from the guard, and we suspect she might try to reclaim her contraband. If you see anything suspicious, let me know. You met her. She asked you to come and steal back her goods, didn't she? Perfect. This time we can catch her and her buyers. If you'll help, according to Statute 22, I can offer you a reward. Fantastic. You'll be acting as a deputized, non-uniformed city guard, as permitted by Regulation 11. You'll take Ildani's goods and offer to deliver them to her buyers. We'll be watching, and once we have all the buyers, we'll close in.
Did you find Ildani's wares? This one was worried that the guards might lock you up also. Ah, you do spotless work, Walker. Now the goods must be delivered, though. Ildani worries that the guards might be looking for her, but risks can sometimes be fun, yes? Ah, you are so kind. You think Ildani is sleek, yes? Sorry. No sweet meat for you, but Ildani will reward if you deliver wares to buyers. A servant at the inn, an apprentice at the smithy, and an alchemist at the market. We use a code. Just say, Alakir is so hot, I'd rather be elsewhere. After you've delivered the goods, meet me on the bridge in the center of the city.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
I fear the worst.
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished.